Hello YouTube, this is Gavin Gray again, and I was watching a video on people rating Elden Ring weapons. They were doing the Colossal Swords, and I remember one of them being a faith-based one, so I figured I would make a quick build to a legendary weapon. And I would see how quickly I could do it. I'm starting with the Confessor because I believe it has the stats most suited to get this weapon that I'm going for. The boss you have to beat for it is pretty difficult if you're planning on fighting him at a really low level. Again, grabbing these weapons early on would be really good, but it's a difficult boss, so apparently the L does damage, so again, I'm going to try doing this as fast as I can, so I'm going to skip the tutorial. The Confessor is a really nice starting character. Got 100% blocking shield. The sword is one of my favorite styles. Like, if I were to get a sword that I like the look of, I'd take this one, and I would just put whatever I want on it at the time. It's probably the closest to an arming sword this game has. I'm resting at all of these because I want the spirit summons, because that will at least help with beating the first boss, or the boss that you need to beat to get this legendary weapon. Which I should probably say is the God Slayer Greatsword. I am going to be getting the God Slayer Greatsword and some black flame spells, or sorceries, I guess.
And I can also that you're not then. Why not? I am Carlin. Goodbye. What is it? Goodbye.
Oh, and also another good starting faith weapon is the halberd held by that guy, which I find the best way to beat him is to get your character a bow, climb up this. You'll probably want your horse, and you just sit up there with like 100 or so arrows and just shoot him constantly. There is a merchant down here that will sell a bow. Kind of zigzag down this way till you reach the beach. Run along, you'll find some ruins, and after a cave is the ruins. That merchant will sell you a short bow. Then again, on the path I'm going to be taking, you will reach the round table hold, and you'll be able to buy a longbow there, so and you could easily do this path without getting the horse, but the horse just makes everything better, faster and everything.
Have they, sir? But you, I can turning route to aid you. You need to the foot. Then it summon me. Ah, I bequeath you. It will summon torrent. Treat him with.
Get up, rest. Mainly doing this to make sure I have all the things I'm supposed to sat at. Since this will be a faith-based build, there is a good spell to grab early on, and you will need this whetstone knife to put it on. And right here is a merchant that will sell you a bow if you want to chill at this church and shoot pot shots at the tree sentinel.
This way, tarnished. May I have a word? A pleasure I am the wit. I'd heard and upon the talk thou art to call forth. Ah, I was instructed by torrents. 'Tis a bell summon the spirits will now it is that. For I doubt we how long will it be before the time?
Now we've got the spirits we need to have. And then the path I'm going to take will be going from here up through here to about here, and then just following this path all the way through. Probably just fast travel there. This shield does have a parry on it, So if you know how to parry, you can take out that Crucible Knight at that Everjail and get a pretty good spell out of it. This way. Gravestones over there for leveling up if you don't want to beat any bosses. Never really find a need to rush through these sections. Like when you get to the gravestones, you can really just gallop past everything without hardly ever getting hit. If you start with a shield that doesn't have parry, you can buy parry from him, along with a bunch of other Ashes of War, which you can now equip with the whetstone we grabbed from underground. Might as well show them pretty briefly.
Does your despite? Yeah, takes me any interest. All I know now's the time.
Tell them your faith holds true. Yep. Parry, in case you don't have it on your shield. No skill, in case you're really into using your sword skill, but you still want a shield on.
Not floating your boat. Well.
Up that way for multiplayer, and a joust. Not totally sure what the weapon is called right now. You see them use it in those old movies. Up there to free Alexander. You could totally beat this guy, but again, I'm just trying to rush through this. Merchant here, which I've never actually stopped by this one, so I'm gonna check out what he has real quick. Hey, short sword. That's one of my favorite swords, even though it probably sucks. Poison arrows. Okay, so for you poison builds, this is the guy to go to. And you get the bandit mask, so that's cool. I will definitely remember him. Talk to him for some stuff down here. You can also talk to him after it, so it doesn't really matter. I'm debating whether I want to beat this Tibia Mariner, that skeleton boat ghost thing, because killing it gets you 2 skeleton summons, which are just pretty good overall. This way. Spirit Spring. For Faith guys, you'll probably want to kill this. Sacred Blade. I think it's a really good Ash of War, especially for Faith people. And also especially for those who want to take on death birds and whatnot. Because that Ash of War just wrecks skeletons and death birds and all that sort of stuff. Ashes of War. Right now it does 130 with that. Put on this, make sure it's sacred. 178. So almost 40 damage boost. If I'm getting that number right. Simply by switching off the Ash of War. So this sword is still at 0 upgrades. There is a legendary dagger that's off a cliff over here. You can talk to him after killing some Tibia Mariners and completing specific catacombs. And he'll give you a pretty good club weapon along with a faith catalyst, an item that lets you find death roots, which is what you want to give him to get sorceries or faith spells, incantations, that's the word. Like this, and I'm picking the shortest path. So, right past this dragon. Wrap around this corner. That's what we want to get to. The guy on the horse over there, you can trick him into jumping off the cliff, so bunch of easy runes. There's an enemy in there. Get on the thing, get on the roof, climb in. Don't kill the enemy because the enemy in there will summon up these balls to attack you, and you can actually just farm them like this. And that's 1,900 something runes right off the bat. And he'll summon up another one down here. I don't think it gives as many. I don't think it actually fell off. Oh, 21 runes. So yeah, just farm the first one, ignore the second one. There's a cave right there. I don't remember what's in it. But our goal is that tower. I always grab these because if something unfortunate happens, I'd prefer to have a shorter distance to run. You could slip off a cliff, you could get killed by an enemy that didn't do what you expected. And since there's a decent amount of platforming that goes into this one, then it's just best to grab that anyway. I'll be going down here simply to grab some items, but the way into that tower is actually on top of this hill. Got a somber smithing stone 9 down there. You can find a video that will guide you to a whole bunch of somber stuff without you having to actually kill anything except for one boss if you want it fully upgraded. Knock it off the cliff. Instant death. Somber 8. The Somber 7 is the difficult one to get, because the only one I know of is locked behind something. Let's see. There we go. I think it's best to just knock them off the cliff. There's a bunch of ladders. That's always good too. I believe there's stuff over there, but again, I'm going for a very specific weapon. No sidetracking or anything. Now, the next ladder, I think, is over here. Yep, that's the ladder. Don't take any risks. This should be the last one. Yep, the entrance is right there. believe this is the downward path we want to take. If you want to get the Great Rune, it's through this direction, but you have to kill Radon first to actually use it, so a little bit of a shame there. I should probably use my runes to level up before I go down here because the enemies here are powerful. Oh, yep. I'm gonna level up first. If a poke from him can almost one-shot me, no way. I don't want them coming up and killing me, so I'm gonna rest there. Gonna skip on her offer.
It seems torrent, whereas I'm in. There is, but I can take gathering.
Just gonna pop all these. Which, if you've been following this exactly, these should all be free runes that you don't have to fight anything to get. I always get Vigor to at least 21. Then I like to get my damage stats up, which that's all I can do for now, so... Now it'll take them maybe 3 hits to kill me. Let's see... Can't craft any weapons. But I can put on something to get an enemy's attention. I should get him coming. There's another guy behind the corner, which is why Dang. That guy from the corner is the annoying one. Which is what I was trying to avoid. And now I'm debating whether I even want to fight them or if I just want to run past everything. Because if I remember correctly, what I want is just right off that edge. Come on. There you go. Get off that edge. There we go. I mean, it was right there, so... Now you drop off this edge. Let's see... Don't believe you can summon your horse. Yeah, so jump, hold, run and jump. And I missed. Dang it. What was I supposed to do? Yeah, I'm just running past everything. I know the path is somewhat obvious, but it's been a while since I've actually taken this path, so... Oh, yeah. Super obvious. Drop here, it'll break. Which lets you survive that one, which is... crazy. That's not what I wanted, but... Hey, I survived, so... Yay? That works. And he fell off, so... even better. There's enemies down this way. Ladder right here. Should make a shortcut back. Decently long ladder. So to get back to this point, you just run through the door and keep going. Oop. I am not in the mood to fight that dude. The item he's blocking is a rune arc, so... For those who want it, there it is. And I believe this is a... No? Oh. Come on. It's been so long since I've done this route. Maybe I have to keep descending. Let's see. Doesn't look like you can go any lower in that direction. That wasn't a door that opened. Okay, so this way... Oh, this one breaks. Get here, drop here. There we go. Now here. Side of Grace, in case you're fighting this guy and just know you can't beat it whatsoever. Let's see, I'm gonna put this on. Yeah. No chance was I beating him at this level. But through that fog wall is the legendary weapon we're going for. So... I think cheap level up is the way to go. That, or... Yes, I will do the cheap level up, and then go to the round table where you will find a faith guy to get you some spells. You just have to do your best to watch him so that you can avoid his attacks. Yeah, I don't feel like hitting a memory stone right now.
Very well, let my hand.
Now you could go through the whole game with this setup that I have right now. Holy Blade, shield and everything.
Oh, welcome to
And
I
get all
teach
the
and explore
spells
the
you want
wand
from
and
this
surely
guy.
by the way. You do most time you are well.
Now we can throw fireballs at stuff. snap our fingers to make fire blast. Shockwave, that would be good for the platforming. Fire damage negation, that should be good against the guy throwing fireballs. Magic, poison buildup, heals HP for self and nearby allies. Small amount. Get this, because we already have urgent heal.
May the golden orb.
Also, another faith weapon you can get right off the bat is right down there. You go through that gate, run around, and you'll get it. And for the cheese strat that I mentioned, go here and you purchase the bow. Make sure you have enough dexterity for it, which one level would get us that. So I will get that to show that cheese in a bit. Don't feel like using my money on much else right now. Although I do want the spear so I can shield poke. This boss I'm gonna take on as safely as I can. I will go to this shack.
Then. Well.
Now I can shield poke and use my holy blade without risking anything, and I think the skeletons would be a better use for the boss. Should probably switch my magic spells as well. Silence footsteps, reduce fall damage and sound. Nice spell, but not really what I'm going for right now. I need to throw fireballs and heal if I get low. There is an enemy that takes massive damage from that healing spell. I would love that thing as a weapon. Kill it, it'll kill those. death root and some ashes. Since we're doing holy damage, there is an item up here that will boost holy damage. Guess I'll just have to level up for that person as well. Do I want to do the dragon level up? Now I can throw fireballs. Got my shield and spear. What? You know what? That's there for if you want it. I will not be leaving this video without a good holy weapon. So I will instead be using that cheese strat to get a golden halberd. I need runes for arrows. Because I need a good few hundred arrows to do what I want to do. Hmm. Barely avoided getting poisoned. Let's see.
Wait, well, you're back.
Good with arrows. You only really need like 100, but if you're like me and tend to miss every now and then, I'd say go for 200 arrows, just to be on the safe side.
Goodbye.
Well, I guess I wasted a bunch of runes on arrows I didn't need. And then, once you're on this part of the roof, you start shooting at that guy. Let's see, right about there. Oh, I'll just wait for him to get closer. guess if you're using the Ash of War like I am, then you only need 50 arrows, I guess. With that, you get the golden halberd. Pretty good moveset. And I will go get a bleed weapon at the gatefront ruins. And then I will end the video because I've made one already on how to beat the dragon. Of course, make sure to get some pickled foul foots. Easiest pickled foul foot to get is at the first steps. Make sure you can use this weapon because you need the bleed effect on it. Grab that. Go here. Make sure you have that equipped. Go to this dragon. And kind of just Ash of War right here for a good 3 minutes. We'll get a bunch of bleed off. And once the dragon dies, or just before the dragon dies, make sure to pop the golden pickled foul foot.